Imagine you are driving a high-performance car. You have your foot on the gas, the engine is roaring, and you are burning fuel at an alarming rate. But there's a problem. The car is in neutral. You are exhausted from the effort, yet your location hasn't changed. This is exactly what feeling stuck is. It isn't a lack of effort, it is a misalignment of physics. Most people think feeling stuck is an emotional problem. It's not. It is a mathematical one. It is an issue of friction, velocity, and leverage. Whether you are a software engineer in Silicon Valley, a finance professional in London, or a business owner in Berlin, the feeling is identical. You are hitting a ceiling on your income, your happiness, or your potential. Today, we are going to dismantle the illusion of being stuck. We will look at the psychological and economic traps keeping you in place, using data from the world's top economies, and I will show you the exact blueprint to shift gears and finally move forward. Welcome back. If you feel like you're reliving the same year over and over again, just with higher inflation and more gray hairs, you are not alone. According to recent workforce data from the United States and the UK, over 60% of professionals report feeling professionally paralyzed, earning good money but unable to progress. In this video, we aren't just going to talk about positive thinking. That doesn't pay the bills. We are going to apply business logic and economic principles to your life. We will identify the 4 invisible anchors holding you back and give you a strategy to cut them loose. By the end of this video, you will have a clear, actionable audit of your life, ready to execute immediately. Let's start with the most dangerous trap in the Western world, the sunk cost fallacy, often disguised as security. In economics, a sunk cost is money that has already been spent and cannot be recovered. Rational business logic dictates that you should not factor sunk costs into future decisions, but humans aren't rational businesses. We are emotional creatures. Let's look at a real-world example. Consider a mid-level manager working in the financial district of London, or perhaps on Wall Street in New York. They have spent 4 years in university and 10 years climbing the corporate ladder. They are making a 6-figure salary, but they are miserable. The industry is shifting, automation is threatening their role, and the hours are brutal. Logic suggests they should pivot, perhaps move into fintech or start a consultancy, but they don't. Why? Because they're thinking about the 14 years they have already invested. They feel that leaving now would mean those years were wasted. This is the sunk cost fallacy. You stay in a bad relationship, a declining career, or a stagnating city because of what you have already paid, not what you stand to gain. This is often compounded by what we call golden handcuffs. In the United States and Canada, this is rampant in the tech and corporate sectors. You get a salary that is just high enough to pay for a mortgage in a nice suburb and a lease on a luxury SUV, but not high enough to offer true financial freedom. You become an asset to the bank, not an owner of assets. A study on Australian mining booms showed a similar trend. Workers moved to remote areas for high wages. They adjusted their lifestyle to match that high income. When the boom ended, they were stuck, unable to move because their debts were too high and their skills were too niche. Psychologists Kahneman and Tversky found that loss aversion is real. The pain of losing a guaranteed salary feels twice as bad as the pleasure of gaining a potential higher income from a new venture. You are biologically wired to stay stuck because it feels safer. The second reason you feel stuck is something unique to modern developed nations like Germany, the UK, and the USA. It is the paradox of choice. We live in an era of infinite options. If you are in Berlin, you can start an e-commerce business, learn to code, invest in real estate, or become a creator. The barrier to entry has never been lower. But a low barrier to entry creates a high barrier to decision. When you have too many options, you don't choose any of them. You freeze. This is called analysis paralysis. Imagine walking into a massive American supermarket. There are 50 types of cereal. You stand there for 5 minutes just trying to pick one. Now apply that to your life. You spend months researching the perfect side hustle or the perfect investment portfolio. You watch endless YouTube videos, listen to podcasts, and read books. You feel productive because you are consuming information, but in reality, you are stalling. In the business world, this is fatal. Look at the difference between agile startups and massive legacy corporations. Startups in Silicon Valley move fast and break things. They make decisions with 70% of the information. Legacy companies wait for 100% certainty. By the time they decide, the market has moved on. If you feel stuck, it's likely because you are waiting for 100% certainty. You are trying to guarantee success before you take the first step. Let's look at the housing market in Canada. Many prospective buyers spent years waiting for the perfect time to buy, analyzing charts and waiting for a crash. While they analyzed, prices in Toronto and Vancouver doubled. The cost of their indecision was literally hundreds of thousands of dollars. Perfectionism is just procrastination in a tuxedo. It looks fancy, but it keeps you broke and stationary. The third anchor is your environment. There's a saying often attributed to Jim Rohn: you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. But in 2024, it goes deeper than that. You are the average of the information you consume and the economy you inhabit. If you live in a town where the primary industry is shrinking, say a manufacturing hub in the Rust Belt of the USA or a sleepy coastal town in the UK, the energy of that location is one of maintenance, not growth. It is incredibly difficult to have a high-growth mindset in a low-growth environment. This is why we see brain drains from rural areas to major hubs like London, New York, Munich, and Sydney. It's not just about the jobs, it's about the proximity to opportunity. However, moving physically isn't always possible. This is where the digital environment comes in. If your physical reality is stuck, but you spend your digital time scrolling through mindless entertainment, you are sealing your fate. You are feeding your brain junk food data. Consider the crab bucket theory. If you put 1 crab in a bucket, it can crawl out. If you put 10 crabs in a bucket, when one tries to leave, the others will pull it back down. If you try to start a business or improve your fitness, and your friends in your local pub in Manchester or your dive bar in Chicago mock you for thinking you're better than them, you are in a crab bucket. Social pressure is a massive CPM killer. It kills your cost per mil of potential earnings. It keeps you poor to keep you relatable. There's a concept in economics called opportunity cost. By staying in a toxic environment, you aren't just losing time, you're paying an opportunity cost on the connections you aren't making. If you hang around people who complain about the economy, you will feel like a victim. If you hang around people who are leveraging AI and new markets, you will feel like an architect of your future. So we have identified the traps: sunk costs, analysis paralysis, and environmental drag. Now, how do we break free? We borrow a concept from business consultant Jim Collins, the flywheel effect. Breaking free isn't about one massive explosion of effort, it's about building momentum. Step 1, the dopamine detox, reclaiming focus. You cannot change your life if you can't focus for more than 15 minutes. The modern attention economy, driven by big tech in California, is designed to keep you sedated. You need to reclaim your dopamine. For the next 30 days, cut out cheap dopamine, doom scrolling, video games, excess sugar. Why? Because boredom is the precursor to creativity. When you're bored, your brain looks for problems to solve. When you're entertained, you're passive. You need to be active. Step 2, the MVP, the minimal viable pivot. Don't quit your job tomorrow. That is reckless. Instead, use the concept of the MVP, minimum viable product. What is the smallest action you can take to test a new path? If you want to move to Germany, don't sell your house. Book a 2-week trip and network. If you want to start a business, don't rent an office. Sell 1 item on eBay or Etsy. If you want to switch careers, take 1 certification course on the weekend. You need to lower the stakes so that fear doesn't paralyze you. Step 3, strategic leverage, the high CPM booster. This is the most important part for your financial future. You need leverage. In the old days, leverage meant labor, hiring people. Today, leverage is code and media. Code works while you sleep. Media, YouTube videos, blogs, and podcasts work while you sleep. If you feel stuck, it's likely because your input equals your output. You work 1 hour, you get paid for 1 hour. To break free, you need to detach your time from your money. Start building an asset. It could be an investment portfolio, a digital product, or a personal brand. Look at the rise of the solopreneur in the US and UK, individuals using AI tools to do the work of 10 people. They're not smarter than you, they just have better leverage. They're using technology to push their flywheel. Let's bring this all together. You feel stuck because you are battling invisible forces. Number 1, the sunk cost fallacy makes you cling to the past because you are afraid of wasting it. Number 2, the paradox of choice keeps you frozen, waiting for a perfect map that doesn't exist. Number 3, your environment is normalizing stagnation. But the cage is locked, you just haven't pushed the door open. The world economy is shifting faster than ever. The old path, university, loyal employment, pension, is eroding in the US, the UK, Australia, and beyond. This is scary, but it is also liberating. It means the rules are being rewritten, and you can write your own. Tonight, take a piece of paper, draw a line down the middle. On the left, write anchors, the habits, people, and fears holding you back. On the right, write leverage, the skills, assets, and actions that can multiply your effort. Pick one anchor to cut and one lever to pull. Do it tomorrow morning. If this video gave you a new perspective on why you feel stuck, help us hack the algorithm. Click the like button, it helps this message reach more people who need to hear it. And if you're ready to upgrade your mindset, your finances, and your productivity, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. We dive deep into the psychology of success every single week. Don't just watch this video and go back to the hamster wheel. Make the shift. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.